Every year on National Roller Coaster Day, the Cedar Fair Entertainment Company announces all the new attractions coming to its theme parks in 2020. Today I'm going to be running through all of them and giving my opinion on them. So, Cedar Point will be celebrating their 150th anniversary. They'll be celebrating in style by adding a new river ride, along with doing various new shows and other things to celebrate with their 150th anniversary. They'll be bringing back lots of nostalgic things that people will remember from Cedar Point over their long history. Mountain Bay Cliffs will be a new water park addition for Canada's Wonderland in Ontario in 2020, where you can jump off the mountain straight into the water. Also, they will also be adding a new ride in the Planet Snoopy area called the Beagle Street Brigade, and will be one of them Zamperla rides where you sit in an aeroplane and go around in one of those. California's Great America clearly has quite a bright future ahead of it, and in 2020 they'll be doing a complete refurb of their water park into South Bay Shores. From Boomerang Bay to South Bay Shores, there'll be lots of different slide refurbs, some new slides as well, and it will have a whole new look and feel about it, which is very similar to the Carolina Harbour edition at Carowinds just a few years ago. I'm very impressed with this. I think it will be a great addition for the park, especially with the California climate, and look forward to seeing how it turns out. For years, everyone has considered Michigan's Adventure as the underdog in all these parks, and really it really hasn't been treated very well at all. Its last new roller coaster was a relocated Vekoma SLC over 10 years ago. I think that says everything that you need to know about this place. It looks like actually quite a decent park, as they've got some decent wooden coasters such as Shivering Timbers, but they just don't seem to be wanting to add anything new. However, in 2020, after the remove of the Beatbot Boulevard Cars ride, they're going to be adding Camp Snoopy, which I think is great. The old Big Dipper Chance Rides family coaster will be reused and repainted into the Woodstock Express, along with 4 other new rides and a new play area too. I think this is just what this park needs. If they're not going to be good at adding new big roller coasters, then why don't they rebrand it as a family park and continue to add them? So I think this is a great move for the park. We've known for some time that Worlds of Fun and Oceans of Fun will be getting something new for the Oceans of Fun water park. Next year they'll be getting Riptide Raceway, which will be a new mat racer slide. It looks very custom and unique compared to the other mat racer slides, and I think it will be a good addition for the park. Personally, I don't like them mat racer slides. They're my least favourite ones that I've been on of all the different types of water slides. But clearly it goes down well, and clearly, let's be honest, the water parks have been going down well at the Cedar Fair parks lately, because there are a lot of water park additions coming next year. Knott's Berry Farm and Valley Fair will be the only 2 parks to not get anything new next year, and firstly we'll talk about Valley Fair. So they are getting absolutely nothing except the Grand Carnival, which will be some new entertainment and new parade. However, this parade has been to many other Cedar Fair parks before and won't even be unique entertainment to them. I'm really not a fan of this. I think that there could have been at least 2 new roller coasters coming to the chain next year, and I really do think that Valley Fair could have been a good receiver for this new coaster, B&M Invert or not. Now it hasn't done, I'm hoping now they stacked all the other parks out with Giga coasters that Valley Fair will return to their focus in 2021 for a B&M Invert after quite an off year next year. Knott's Berry Farm will be celebrating 100 years in 2020, and they'll be doing their family reunion event, so I'm really not sure what they're going to do with that, but it does sound pretty cool, and at the end of the day it's going to be something probably good, very well themed, seeing as now Knott's Berry Farm is the only fully fledged theme park in the Cedar Fair chain. Do I think that Knott's Berry Farm could have got a new ride? Yes, I do. However, I think Cedar Fair are a bit stuck with this one. It's one of the best attended Cedar Fair parks, but they've got no more space to expand. So I think that they are kind of really struggling as to what to do now, because they haven't got any places to expand, but they want to because of how many people it gets there. So I think that the only answer to this is going to be now that they're going to have to start removing some of the older rides before putting some new things in. So I think that that definitely is on the cards for the next few years, because otherwise I just don't see how they're going to be able to put new additions in. I think they're going to want to add new stuff in. Of course they are. I mean, it's so well attended, you know, it's a great theme park, and Cedar Fair clearly want to do something with it, but they just can't because there's no room. So I definitely think that in years to come they are going to have to start removing rides just to be able to fit some new ones in. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's some new entertainment. It's the 100th anniversary. Not bad at all, very good. So I hope it all goes well. Coconut Bay Shores, I think it's called, will be coming to King's Dominion in 2020. After Big Wave Bay was removed, we knew something new was coming to the water park, and this actually does look like quite a good addition for the park. It will be a new family water park area with various different water climbing things and new family water slides. I am quite a big fan of this addition, and I think it will be a good fit for the Soak City area at King's Dominion. And hopefully 2021 will be the year for the Volcano the Blast coaster replacement. Dorney Park is just adding one of them new water climbing things next year. Am I a fan of this? Not really. Apparently it was just an old one that they'd knocked down and then built a new one that just looks a bit better in its place. I mean, it's something at least, but I really do think Dorney Park needs a new GCI, to be honest. I think that should take priority. But yeah, a lot of water park additions next year, and Dorney Park is no exception. Grand Carnival is also going to Carowinds next year, as it is to Valley Fair, and is also getting a new water park addition. Now, I understand that Carowinds is a bigger park than what Valley Fair is. It attracts more attendance, I get all that. But thinking about it really, the fact that Carowinds has just come off a year with a new roller coaster and Valley Fair hasn't had one in years, they're both getting this parade, and then the other new attraction is going to Carowinds as well. I just don't think that's very fair, to be honest. Valley Fair is in dire need of something, and I think really, say Carolina Harbour was just redone a couple of years ago anyway. I really do think that could have gone to Valley Fair. Kings Island will be the only new park to get a new roller coaster in 2020 with Orion. Now, what are my thoughts on this ride? I am a bit disappointed, I'll be honest, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, it is just a giga coaster. It's pretty half-hearted really, isn't it? 287-foot lift hill, then just a 300-foot drop. I mean, really, it's not much taller than Diamondback, is it? I'm not really that impressed with this, to be honest. I mean, I think obviously it's great that Kings Island is getting a giga coaster. It's a good fit for the park, they needed it. But really, to say that they're only investing in one roller coaster next year, I think they could have done a bit more with this. I mean, it just looks like a bit of a half-hearted attempt at a giga coaster, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of the name either, to be honest. It just doesn't stand out the same as the other names do with the rides at Kings Island. I'm just not a fan. I think there will be some people that prefer Diamondback over this for all the airtime it gives, and then this will just be a few foot taller. And I mean, it has got the giga coaster layout, but there's just nothing that really sets it apart, to be honest. The only redeeming feature it does have is that big wave turn instead of an airtime hill after the first drop. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of this, I'll be honest. A bit disappointed, and I think Kings Island, could have done a lot better with this. So there we have it then. That is everything covered of all the different additions that are coming to all the Cedar Fair parks in 2020. I'll be honest, I am a bit disappointed here, only because I think really they could have added more than just the one roller coaster. I mean, if you look at previous years, like 2019, we had Yukon Striker, and then we had the launch coaster as well, Copperhead Strike. 2020, we're getting, let's be honest, a pretty half-hearted Giga Coaster and nothing else. No new coaster additions. And they aren't even adding any new flat rides or anything like that next year. It's just Kings Island's coaster and then water park additions to every park. And then just a couple of anniversary celebrations where they're not doing anything. I personally am a bit disappointed. I think that they could have had a bit more of, like a bit more unique additions to the different parks. I think it's all pretty very samey between all the different parks. I mean, they're all adding something for the water park. You know, they could have varied that up a bit, and half of them do it this year, half next year. So then I did some new flat rides and stuff for the dry park as well. Yeah, I'm not very impressed. And you know, even if they do decide just to add the one coaster, they could have done a bit more with that Giga Coaster going to Kings Island, I think. I mean, just a 300-foot drop. You know what I mean? It looks quite a short ride as well compared to most of them. It's certainly not a Fury 325 topper, let's put it that way. So those are just some of my thoughts on what's coming to Cedar Fair next year. Yeah, again, not very impressed really. I think this will be quite an off year for the chain. And I'll be honest, I think Six Flags could quite easily top them next year, seeing as how they're rumoured to be getting 3 or 4 roller coasters. You know, I think that Six Flags have got every potential to beat Cedar Fair next year in their range of additions. So thank you very much for watching this video. I will also be covering the Six Flags announcements when they come out too, and I'll see you in the next video coming very soon. Bye now.